Hey, this is Dr. Jeff Williams with Creekstone Integrated Care, and I'm sitting here with one of our guys, Chris. And do you mind if I say your last name?
That's fine.
This is Chris Mitchell, and so I'm going to ask you some questions here, and we're just going to have a conversation about his experience here at Creekstone. So, Chris, basically, what was going on in your life? What was the big reason for you to pick up the phone and call us and make an appointment?
Well, actually, I went to the VA and I complained to my doctors, and they suggested, since they started doing acupuncture and chiropractors, but I couldn't turn my head to the left hardly at all. Mm-hmm. Severe pain down my back and my legs and hips. Since I've been coming here, I can now turn my head with very little discomfort anymore. You got most of my pain. So I'm down off my pain meds, basically just use Tylenol anymore.
Had you ever been to a chiropractor before?
No.
No? So it's kind of uncharted waters for you.
More or less. Years ago I had a doctor when I was in the military that did a neck adjustment, but that was the biggest reason. So
the main thing with you when you came in was neck pain?
Actually, no, it's my legs more than anything, but the neck was pretty much on top of the list.
What was your life basically like before you came in, before your first appointment here? Like, what was a day for you, and what were the challenges?
Getting out of bed was the biggest one. I didn't sleep very much. Real bad insomnia. Trying to sit there and relax and watch television, my legs would be hurting so bad that I was actually bouncing them up and down and driving my wife up the wall.
Sure.
Only time I left the house was go to the doctor's appointment or grocery shopping. But since I've started coming here, I've joined the Railroad Club, and I'm able to work on the railroads and crawl under the counters and all that, something I wouldn't have been able to do a year ago.
Tell everybody about the Railroad Museum and what you're doing there, just in case they might be interested in checking it out.
Oh, thank you. Well, we're a model railroad club / museum. We model the Panhandle, about 200 miles worth from Texaco and to Canadian. We have just about everything in between. We've got most of our track laid. We're now working on scenery everywhere. We're open on the second and fourth Saturday of the month at 10:30 in the morning till around 4.
And what's the name of it?
Amarillo Railroad Museum.
Okay, and they can find that online?
You can find it online, Facebook. The Visitors Bureau has it. And we're also there every Thursday night at 6:30 to 9.
Perfect.
Anybody's welcome.
So tell me, day one when you first came in here, what were your thoughts? What was your experience first day?
First day was basically just getting to know you all. You did a readjustment on my back and my neck using, I'm going to call it a clicker because I guess it's what you call it anyways.
Sure.
And I felt a lot better day one, and I actually slept through the night for the first time in probably 2 years.
In one day? I mean, after the first day?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
It was. I didn't realize the relief that someone can get just from realigning your body. I'm not going to say all the experiences were good, but unique case. Like, I got on that vibrating table, and with my health, I felt like I was going to pass out and fall. So.
Right.
But that was truly my only bad experience.
Well, it can be a little bit like prescribing something. So if you go to, say, your medical doctor, for an example, and he puts you on blood pressure meds, and maybe you go a week or two down the road, and maybe that wasn't a good med, and so you switch courses. So
and that's
maybe,
what you did.
Yeah, maybe that wasn't the perfect thing for you. So we switched. We found something else that worked for you, right?
Yeah, and evidently it worked. Like I said, I can turn my head, and I'm doing a lot more than I have. It's easier to do my yard work, everything.
Yeah.
So
I'm supposed to ask you here, what's the specific thing about our office that you like the most?
The people.
Yeah.
Definitely the people.
Except for Linda and Jenna, right? No.
Yeah, Jenna's. I mean, look at my face, my makeup.
Yeah, that is nice. Yeah, we try to be. We treat everybody like family. I hope.
And that's the way I actually feel. I look forward to coming here.
Yeah.
And come on, how many people look forward to go see a doctor?
You're usually going to laugh when you come in, wouldn't you say?
No.
Yeah, they're pretty funny. Funny looking.
No, the people here, I'm telling you, I recommend you guys all the time. I let people know, and I actually have had a couple people that they've came here because of my recommendation.
That's awesome.
So
we need to give you a coffee cup.
This is from people that are not associated with the VA.
Yeah.
Just friends that I have.
But that's the best. That's one of the best things about you is that you're a veteran. The VA sent you over here, and a lot of people don't realize yet that the VA has changed their policies in the last year or so. So now they're sending you veterans over here. You guys that, like you said, are not sleeping very well at night. You're having pain. A lot of them, they're starting to reduce pain pills from injuries y'all had while in the service, and there has to be some sort of replacement or some sort of treatment to help you deal with coming off of those pain pills. And so I think that you coming in and telling everybody your experience hopefully will go a long way towards getting some other veterans to go, hey, that sounds like some pretty good stuff.
Yeah, I agree with you. And that's actually what part of it was. They cut my meds, just basically just stopped them. I had a doctor that took the measures a little bit too extreme. Mm-hmm. I think you remember that.
Just cut them too far.
Yeah. Well, they cut them from more than in half in one day.
Sure.
And so, yeah, it was a bad experience, but I managed to get, she's the one that asked, do you want to go see a chiropractor and an acupuncturist? And I was like, yeah.
Absolutely.
I was definitely wanting to come here.
Well, now that brings up something else. A lot of people are afraid of acupuncture, and the VA is sending veterans over for acupuncture now. What has been your experience with acupuncture? It's not like people worry about going and getting a bunch of needles stuck into them because that's scary, right? What's your experience?
I was familiar with acupuncture before I came here because of my stepdad was in Pearl Harbor and got hit by a Jeep. Mm-hmm. We'd take him into an acupuncturist and he wasn't walking. We had to carry him in, and he would come skipping out.
Wow.
So I was already pro acupuncture before I even came here, but I'm not going to say, sometimes when she's doing the treatment, putting the needles in, I let out a little bit of a yelp and I kind of jump, but you got to stay still.
Yeah.
But I hate to say this to you, but I look forward to acupuncture more than I do the chiropractor.
You know what? There's nothing wrong with honesty. That's what makes testimonials and videos like this so effective, is because you're not glossing over you're not just all positive. You're just being honest, and there's nothing wrong with that.
But I'm going to tell you, honest to God, like I said, a couple little things, but I have absolutely nothing bad that I can say about y'all. And I have friends that's been to other chiropractors, which I won't name names, but they've not had the experience. And you guys seem to understand how the VA works a lot better than some of these other places that do it. But one thing I want to say to the veterans that do see this, if you guys run out of your time to be able to come to the VA or to your chiropractor, and just get on your doctor and ride them, because I did. I ran out and I went to my doctor and says, hey, I want more of this. It says, I need the maintenance to keep me so I can keep going. Because I went, almost 2 months without coming here, and I was almost as bad when I came back as what I was when I started. I was hurting, not sleeping again.
But we were able, I think, because we had done the groundwork, that when you were able to come back in, we were able to get you back.
Back in just like I hadn't left.
Yeah.
So.
That's good stuff.
I'm telling you guys, fight. Make your doctors do what you want.
This, you really kind of answered my question, but what would you tell someone who's considering calling us for an appointment but just hadn't quite done it yet?
Do it. Point blank, do it.
You already pretty much.
And I'm, like I said before, I'm not the same person that I was when I come here. I was taking opioids, pain pills, 2 pills 4 times a day, and still just constantly in pain. Today, I take 2 pills a day and some Tylenol.
Yeah.
And I think the Tylenol is doing more than the pain pills. And that's not a joke. I mean, it's very true. You guys got me off of it.
Yeah.
You gave me some exercises to do. You gave me advice. You told me about a book to read, which has been extremely beneficial. So there's a lot of things you can do to get yourselves off the meds. Because I've been on these pain pills since 2005.
That's a long time.
Yeah. And now I'm basically off of them.
Yeah.
So.
Well, a lot of people look at chiropractic as 0 to 100 miles an hour, where it's you either don't see somebody or it's just twisting somebody in half and yanking their noggin off. And there's a whole lot of middle ground in there, and there's a whole lot of treatment that you can combine with spinal manipulative therapy, and you can really tailor it to the person and their tolerance. Right?
Exactly. There was not an instant cure when I came here. But there was immediate relief, but not a cure, which I'm still not cured, and I don't think I ever will be.
Well, chronic pain is that's the way it goes.
Yeah, but like I said, with this treatment that we've been going on, I can actually function a lot better. My quality of life's gone up. I'm not afraid to get out of the house and go someplace with my wife, which before, like I said, I didn't leave the house except for doctor's appointments or go grocery shopping.
Sounds pretty life-changing to me.
It has, and of course depression. When you're hurting real bad, it makes you depressed, and you vets know what I mean. When you come home, it's just a different world for us than the average person, and depression is one of the things that I'm going to say most of the vets have to deal with.
Absolutely. And another thing I've discovered is that hurting is exhausting.
It is. I might not have ever slept through the night, but I couldn't ever stay awake at the same time.
No energy.
Just lack of energy, no motivation to get up and do anything. I'd get out of the bed, go in there, watch TV, and of course I would doze off watching TV. Yeah, but never did have a quality night's sleep. Last night, I went to bed late, got up early, and I still feel refreshed.
Yeah, and ready to go to the museum this weekend.
I'll be there tomorrow.
All right, well, Chris, I'm going to switch hands here. Thank you so much. Appreciate you doing this.
I'm going to tell you guys, if you want to come to a chiropractor, I'm going to recommend these people more than anything. Nothing but great experience. And like I said, I have friends that's gone to other ones. Not to say anything bad about them, but one friend in particular had nothing but poor experience with his chiropractor. And he would sit there and say, "You're out of deals," and he'd have to wait for the doctor to get approvals and all that. I haven't had that problem here, except for when we came to the yearly deal and we had to get started all over like I'd never been here.
Sure.
So, but that was the only time. You guys know what to do. You know how to get the stuff to the doctors in time, so you don't have that interruption constantly.
Yep.
And that makes a big difference.
Absolutely. Well, so that's about it. I don't have any other questions for you. If you want to take Chris's recommendation, just call us here at Creekstone Integrated Care. It is 355-3000, or you can visit our website at creekstonecare.com. Thanks, Chris.
I got one other thing about the museum I wanted to tell you all. We're the only ones that have the white train, and we're the only ones that have an existing survivor of the rail car that actually hauled the nuclear weapons.
Wow.
We've got the last one.
Well, all right.
There is some real nice things to see out there. We've got a garden railroad too that we put up, especially when we have an open house. The kids just love it. We let them run it. So
that's awesome. Do you know the website address?
Amarillo Railroad Museum.com, if I'm not mistaken.
Perfect. All right. Thank you, sir. I appreciate you.
All right, man.